I'm just going to kind of take control and then
What are we doing?
What's up, guys? Thank you so much for clicking on this video. Welcome the Hubs. Okay. Also, if you can't tell, we are huge movie buffs. And if you've been watching me, do my regular content for a while, we're going to a movie like every weekend. And so this video today is going to be ranking all of the movies that we watched in 2024. There are 76 of them. Plus like 3 that I didn't even record in here.
We watched on planes.
Yeah, we watched on planes when traveling, and we're not doing that. But 76 movies in 2024, that's over 1 a week. We're pretty serious. What we're going to do today in today's video is we're going to rank all of them. And obviously we're not going to talk about all 76. I am talking very loud.
You tend to do that.
What Hubs and I do is we log every movie we watch in an app called Letterboxd, and that enables you to give a star rating and then write like a little review for each movie. And then what I did was I went into the desktop version and I sorted by star ranking and printed them all out. So we're going to go from lowest to highest. There is a shit ton of movies in the middle of here that are like 2 and 2.5 stars. So like mediocre, average.
Lots of garbage.
Lots of garbage. We're not going to spend too much time on those, but I am going to read the titles and just give the star rating. And if he wants to interject on what, we thought, then that's cool. So this is going to be a pretty easy breezy video. We'd like to welcome Hubs. This is his first time on camera. So give him some grace. We're going to start from lowest to highest. Also, I should probably preface, this is my ratings list. Hubs has his own rated list, but it would be way too long to go through both of our lists. It's really hard to give a movie a star rating, guys, because movies are so vast in different genres and types and directors, and just it's so hard. So we're doing the best we can because 5 is such a finite number for a top rated movie, and 1 or 0 is such a finite, and there's so much in between. So we're just doing the best we can. Again, we're just having some fun. Let's just jump into it. On my list in 2024, the lowest rated movie that we saw, and I gave 1/2 star to because I had to give a star rating, and that was the 2024 remake of The Crow.
Wow.
This was the remake of the classic cult film, The Crow, which they had no business remaking. I have no idea why this was even put in the world. Well, it's a cash grab, really.
It was a cash grab. It brought a lot of goth people to the theater to see how they would do, and they did terrible.
It was terrible. Kind of trying to, make a Skarsgård into a Brandon Lee thing was like, that's what they were trying to do. It was absolutely horrible.
Yeah, he was fucking Machine Gun Kelly, and it was ridiculous.
It was trash. I can't even,
stupid.
Don't even know who the girl is. Don't even care.
Script was shit.
Script was shit. Soundtrack was shit. And they were really trying, but failed. So that was my lowest rated movie in 2024 was the remake of The Crow. But the next one is called Black Cab.
On Shudder? It was on Shudder.
It was on Shudder. Yeah. I pretty much gave it 1 star because it's, Simon Pegg's counterpart.
You literally wrote in your review, no.
Yeah, that's all I wrote in my review was no. Like, it was bad. Like, moving on. The next movie I gave 1 star to was the Salem's Lot remake of this year. Absolute trash.
Some people really adored this movie, and I'm sad. It looked pretty. The color looked pretty. Like, it was a well-made
styled. It was styled okay, but
it was rushed. They changed a lot of shit from the book and from the original movie, and it just wasn't good.
I mean, the whole reason that you like Stephen King is because there's that like creepiness, dread in the air, and this just
lots of character.
Yeah,
this was devoid of it.
Yeah, it was rushed. I felt like some of the key moments of the original story just did not hit as hard. That was a 1 star from me, probably from you too.
It was.
Next 1 star, The Deliverance.
To be confused with Deliverance.
No, this was The Deliverance. And I read like a Lifetime movie. The cinematography and music were hokey. The story had some good ideas, but just carried out poorly. It was the one with Glenn Close as the white woman.
Yeah.
Yeah. 1 star for me.
Yeah.
The next 1 star, M. Night Shyamalan's Trap with Josh Hartnett. You know, if you don't know, I'm not an M. Night Shyamalan fan. I think he had 2 good movies, and then every single other movie that he has ever made has disappointed me. I think he has really good ideas in the beginning, and then I think he screws it by the end. But I will say, the reason that I hated this movie so much was honestly the trailer. I think they should not have revealed that he was the killer in the trailer.
Yeah.
I think we should have been like, oh, there's somebody killing people at this concert.
And then it turns out to be him. Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh, they tell you the whole story of the trailer.
It feels exactly like a 1990s thriller.
Bad thriller.
Decent. I gave it 2 stars just because of what it is. It's a 90s thriller. It felt like a 90s thriller from when I was a kid, teenager. So I kind of gave it a little grace.
It was bad. And I used to have such a crush on Josh Hartnett, and it was bad. Next movie, I gave a 1 star to, which I think Hub's going to disagree with me, but it was Twisters.
Oh, I hated it.
Oh, you hated it?
Yeah.
He is such a fan of the first movie, as I was not. So I wrote, I kept checking my watch to see how much time was left.
I did too. It was pretty bad.
Pretty bad. Next 1 star, The Watchers. So disappointing. This was another, M. Night Shyamalan-ish type
I think
movie.
his daughter made it.
Oh.
I could be wrong.
What a waste of time.
Good premise.
Not gripping, not eerie. Again, ending shit.
Bad.
Next 1 star movie, Last Radio Call. I can't remember anything about this movie. I just wrote worst acting ever. Let's move on. The next 1 star movie is The Exorcist Believer. Not impressed with that either. Again, let's just hop on the train of making terrible franchise hits.
Disappointing.
Very, very disappointing.
And they brought race into it, which was like, what are you doing?
Yeah, I wrote womp womp. How is this rated R?
Yeah.
It was just, I did not need like a woke Exorcist movie. Just wasn't what I was looking for. All right, we're moving out of the 1s. This is a 1.5 for me, and it was The House of Spoils. I believe that was a Netflix movie as well, or is that Shudder?
Don't even remember.
I think it was Prime. I don't know. This one, I see what they were like trying to do with it. I think they were like trying to be like in the realm of like The Witch or like these more kind of heady, artsy movies. I feel like instead of going the A24 route, they went more the Blumhouse route, and it was just ended up being like a little cheesy. It was rated PG-13. I see why.
I liked it a little more, but it's okay.
Yeah. The next one with 1.5 stars was Don't Move.
Such a shame.
Yeah, this one had a lot of promise about a girl that was drugged, and then the guy that drugged her was like having the worst day of his life. I wrote, story could have been cool, but really bad script.
Bad script.
Yeah.
The acting was okay, but yeah, to kind of.
Yeah, it was like, nah. 1.5. 1.5 again. Beetlejuice.
Oh.
So sorry, guys. So sorry, but it's just, it is what it is. What a travesty on an original favorite.
Childhood favorite. Saw it in the theater 4 fucking times.
So did I. And every time I have a chance to watch it, like on TV or an airplane, I put it on. I love the original. This one, oh man, they tried. They really tried, and it went over really badly. I just couldn't. All the actors seemed like they were trying to like reconnect with that character they did like 30 years ago, and it just didn't.
Tried too hard.
It did not work at all. And the wedding song, what the fuck was that? Next, moving into 2 stars, we watched this recently. This was Death on the Nile. It was a typical whodunit movie. I kind of liked the other movies that were in this universe better. Yeah. What was the first one? Knives Out. That was like the better one, I feel like.
Yes.
Death on the Nile was like so-so. Anyway, 2 stars. I mean, it was highly produced. It was, pretty to watch. Another 2 stars. I watched The Platform 2.
Yeah.
I think I like this one a little bit more than you did.
Yeah. I liked it a lot. But
I really liked the original Platform idea. And I think that's why I gave it 2 stars, because I really do still like the cast idea of the floors and the food.
Yes.
I think that was good. But this one, just being the second installment, was, not as good.
Typical part 2.
Typical part 2. The next one with 2 stars, In a Stranger's House, and I cannot remember this one. And can we just take a moment to mention that most of the time when we're watching these, we're a little elevated and can't really remember that much. I wrote One Man Show, found footage, age 13 and up. I see why.
Okay, that says it.
That's it. That's it. All right. The next 2 star was Monkey Man. This was in the Jordan Peele world, even though it wasn't him.
His production company.
Yeah, his production company funded it. I gave it 2 stars because, again, it was in the like a John Wick-ish universe.
It's brutal as shit.
It was brutal, and I liked it, but I had a really hard time connecting with the main character. I just didn't care about him as much as I would care about like a John Wick. Yeah. So I gave it 2 stars. 2 stars again. The Strangers Chapter 1. Can't even remember.
It's okay. They left the ending open for a sequel, and there's 2 other ones coming out.
Yeah, I wrote did not have the same tense nature as the original film, so that was 2 stars.
It's still watchable if you like horror movies.
The next 2-star movie, another one ruined by the trailer, was Abigail.
Fucking Christ.
Yeah, like why are you gonna do a vampire reveal movie and then reveal in the trailer that she's a vampire?
Yeah.
Why not just show us people dying from all these brutal things and you're like, oh, I've got to see what's happening. No, I know what's happening. Yeah. And they did like a little twist at the end, but
It's good. It's good.
It's all right.
It was 2
but
it's good.
It was 2 stars. The next 2 stars, All Hallows Eve 2. I wrote, listen, if you give a bunch of aspiring weird horror nerd directors $1,000 and say, make a short film, this is what you get. Just like kind of a bunch of short stories about Halloween and 2 stars. Next one, 2 stars, Ghost Watch.
That's a classic.
So that was 1992. A Ton of Promise. I think if you watched it in 1992, probably okay.
Yeah.
But watching now.
It was kind of a War of the Worlds kind of scenario where they put this on TV as if it's a real broadcast of something that's really happening when in reality it was all scripted. Mm-hmm. And it fooled the audience. They got tons of calls. People were freaking out that the devil was here.
Yeah,
like it was real. And they didn't tell them until the movie was over.
Right.
Which is fucking brilliant.
Brilliant story. Just, it was a little bit too dated for me to get really into it.
For sure.
But I gave it 2 stars. Next one, The Puppet Man, 2 stars. I think you liked this one more than I did.
I don't even remember.
Let me see. I wrote some good death scenes, but wish the story was a bit better.
It was okay.
Can't remember.
Can't remember, though.
The next one, this is the last movie we watched in 2024.
This fuck was it?
Gave it 2.5 stars, though we're talking about seriously average.
Going out depressing as shit.
Dude, you want to talk about a depressing, bleak movie, which I have deemed the most bleak movie that I've ever seen in my life was The Road. That was the most bleak movie I've ever seen. This one, pretty close. This was even bleaker than, I think we have it in here. I can't remember. The one with the axe in the lady's face.
Woof.
Anyway, this was The Seasoning House. This was like a sex trafficking in Serbia.
Yeah, in the Balkans in 1996. The Yugoslavian war was going on and there was chaos and everything.
It's foreign.
Yeah.
If you know anything about foreign movies,
fucked up.
It's fucked up. It's brutal. Hard watch. 2.5 stars because I don't think that movie is for everybody. P2, the parking with the guy. Yeah. This one was not bad. I gave it 2.5. It's an average. That one read to me like a 90s thriller. Girl trying to leave for Christmas. It was great. It was a Christmas movie. Trying to leave work for Christmas. The parking deck attendant kidnaps her and traps her in.
Yeah, because he's in love with her. He just needs her to see that if he can just get down and sit down to her with dinner. She'll realize it's the perfect relationship. And
it was great.
Whoopsie daisy.
I mean, I say great, but I gave it 2.5 stars.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's fine. It reads like a movie. I think people could watch that if they like the thriller type things. I think that's perfectly fine. 2.5 stars that we watched recently, Synchronic. This is a shame because I really do think that Synchronic had promise. with the storyline. I think they really could have done some sort of Inception story. I'm not a really big fan of the new Captain America actor, whoever that guy is. Not a huge fan. I really think they could have taken the idea of the drug thing a little bit further and could have made it really, really good.
The script writer, maybe the director, I don't know if they were linked, but they were going through some shit about life and death and what it all means. That's the core of the film.
Yeah, I think if they really would have focused introspectively on the life and death thing, it could have been they tried to make it like an action-y sci-fi. Yeah, like
all right, better hurry.
It was a missed mark, in my opinion. I think it had promise. Another 2.5 stars. Carry On is another one that we watched recently. I love Jason Bateman, and that's why I wanted to watch this movie, but it just wasn't my type of movie.
Again, a 90s thriller.
90s thriller, like just a little bit too in the box for me. I like something a little bit outside the box. Okay, here's where we're really going to disagree.
Yes. Big time.
I gave 2.5 stars to Joker Folie Deux.
Folie à deux.
Folie à deux. My husband definitely does not agree with me.
It's as good as the first one, but totally different. You have to look at it as a separate film. Don't just look at the first film and say, that was fucking amazing. This other film, I don't like it so much, but it's shit. It's not. They did a good job showing his madness. I liked it a lot.
I just was in love with the first one, and this one just did not give me the same feeling. I don't think it was bad. I gave it 2.5 stars. I think it was average.
Floppy à deux.
It flopped in the box office. But I mean, I don't think it should have gotten as much hate as it did.
One day it'll be one of those misunderstood genius moments, but right now people hate it, so that's okay. Woman of the Hour.
2.5 stars for Woman of the Hour. It was okay. It was an unconventional unfolding of a serial killer story. And what's that girl's name?
Anna Kendrick.
Anna Kendrick. She's pretty good. I can't lie.
She directed it and everything.
Yeah, she did a good job. So that one, 2.5 stars for me, pretty decent. 2.5 stars for VHS Beyond.
It's good. It's another one of those VHS films. If you don't know what VHS films are, they're just short stories. Yeah.
Watch the original VHS. They have a whole ton of them. So the next 2.5 star, The Cure, or it's just called Cure. I'm not going to really get into it. It was 1997 Asian film.
Oh, yeah. Great film.
It's okay. Disappointment. 2.5 stars for Cuckoo. I thought Neon was doing really good this year. They were coming out with some hits, and we were really excited to see this one. It just did not connect, man. I don't know what it was. I really wanted to like it.
Didn't hit.
Did not hit. It was just a WTF ending, which sometimes I'm okay with. But this one, not. It's really a shame. 2.5 stars for Wonka. Not really. 2.5 stars for Satanic Hispanics, which I actually hearted. Like, you can heart things when you like them. I don't know if you can see that. Hubs didn't like it so much.
It's fine.
I thought it was cute. It was a bunch of short story kind of horror movies by Latinos. I thought it was good. I thought it was funny, like kind of campy. Anyway. Oh, so 3 stars. I watched Braveheart for the first time this year. I gave it 3 stars. I know that's surprising. I actually really liked the movie. I thought it was really, really, really good. They just don't make them like that anymore. I gave it 3 stars though because I just thought there was like a cheese factor to Mel Gibson. Like there were some scenes where they were like showing him with his hair blowing in the wind and it was like romantic music playing in the background. Kind of killed it for me, but I really did think it was a good movie. Oh, Oddity. I did give Oddity 3 stars. We're moving into 3-star category. Oddity, I thought, read like an A24 film for me. It was Irish, I believe, right?
Irish or British? I don't remember.
Anyway, really cute, odd story. I thought it was really well done. I thought, it looked nice on screen. I thought it kept you, a lot of people were saying it was slow, but I thought that it kept you at least involved enough that you wanted to see what was going on.
Crazy fucking story.
Crazy story. Oddity, I thought Oddity was good this year.
Oh, yeah.
3 stars for Zodiac. I watched Zodiac for the first time this year. David Fincher and Jake Gyllenhaal. I mean, 3 stars for me. Well acted and well toned is what I wrote. Yes. Speak No Evil. 3 stars. All right.
Oh,
Let's give you the gist on this one. Hubs and I are huge fans of the original Speak No Evil. I believe it was a Nordic Scandinavian film. Wow.
And it's in English, by the way.
If you are into bleak,
Utterly bleak
movies,
screaming at the TV, like, what are you doing?
yes, you need to check the original out. I don't want to say that this remake was bad. I think it put a little bit of more taste into it. It probably made it more palatable for more people.
More for a U.S. audience.
Yes.
Completely changed the ending.
Completely,
utterly.
Which the ending in the original movie is what
is the whole point. It's the whole point. It's the whole point.
It's the whole point of the movie. I gave that one 3 stars only because I had planned on giving it 1, but it did surprise me. It was well acted, well produced,
decently made.
But please go see the original if you can stomach it. Yeah. Dark Windows 3. Can't even remember what it is.
Moving on.
Nanny, 3 stars. That one was actually good at the beginning, and then it kind of went into a religious thing, and
Oh, that movie.
Yeah, it lost me.
It had promise.
It had a lot of promise.
Boy, did it get...
Yeah, it got a little... Yeah. Another 3 stars, You'll Never Find Me.
Oof, now that's...
The tension was great from the first minute, but the build-up failed to hit at the punch.
That's true, actually.
That's what I said. Yeah. I think Paul liked this one more than I did to Suitable Flesh.
Don't even remember.
You don't remember it? I wrote Lovecraft Reanimator. If you know anything about either of those, you can guess what this was like.
Yeah, it's good. That's good. Yeah, I liked it.
It was good. 3 stars, Moving into 3.5 stars. We're getting here now. Mads. Loved Mads. I gave it 3.5 stars. Why did I only give it 3.5? You know what? I think we watched that around the point when I was like, okay, I've seen some 5-star movies and I really have to start honing in, but it's just all out the window now. The French give 0 fucks. They don't care. What I did like about this movie was it was one long take from beginning to end. So it really gave you that like rushed trip.
Yeah. And
it was about a bad trip.
Yeah, it's about drugs.
It was a bad trip. Yeah. Really good though. I think we watched that on Netflix. Shudder? Okay. Well, if you can check out Mads, that's a good one. Also, I watched Gladiator for the first time this year. I gave it 3.5 stars because I wanted to go see Gladiator 2 in the theater, which we never made it to. I loved the first Gladiator movie. Kind of like Braveheart. They don't make movies like that anymore.
No.
Really, really liked it. Also, really, really liked, I put a heart next to this one. I gave it 3.5 stars. Heretic. I thought Heretic in the theater was great this year. I think one of Hugh Grant's best roles.
Excellent film.
Excellent film. Probably should have gave that one 4.
Just a shout out to the actress that I think is going to be a star one day, Sophie Thatcher.
Yeah.
This woman is going to be an Emma Stone. She's so good.
I don't even really like movies that like encompass religion a lot, but I loved that one because you got every single side of I loved it.
Yeah.
It was great. Oh, yeah. Also, 3.5 stars. I liked this one too. This was It's What's Inside, kind of a sleeper surpriser for us. This was like a group of teens get together in a house and they have this contraption that can switch each other's brains inside their bodies.
Yeah, so they can live as someone else for
like a little bit, but you have to switch back.
Boy, does it get dark and fucked up.
It gets, yeah. It's also very stylized cinematography, so it was great to watch. Really liked that one. It's What's Inside. 3.5 stars for Caddo Lake. I liked this one too. A little bit of a darker, subdued movie. Nice. Kind of had a loop-de-loop thing going. It was pretty good. I think I like this one a little bit more than you. I gave
Good Boy.
3.5 stars to Good Boy. Good Boy was somebody that kept a human inside their house that was dressed like a dog. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, fucked up.
Yeah, pretty good. 3.5 stars, and I like this one, Deadpool and Wolverine. I mean, how can you not?
Oh, it's great.
Yeah, how can you not like it? Deadpool is one of my favorite characters. I'm not really a Wolverine fan, but them together is just absolutely great. The friendship of the two in real life, Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman, just really...
Yeah, it works. 100%.
Very good. I gave 3.5 stars, but I did not like it to Strays, and that is only because
Dogs in Peril.
Dogs in Peril. It is a cute little comedy of like, dogs with the computer generated mouths that are talking. And it is the sweetest little story about dogs. But man, I just, when it is insinuated that the dogs don't feel loved, I can't handle it. So 3.5 stars for me. 3.5 stars for The First Omen.
Oh, so fucking good.
What did I write about this? This is that movie, but done pretty well. It went a little harder than I was expecting and did give us a good amount of looming dread throughout the entire film.
Better, in my opinion, than the original. I think so. It's so good.
4-star territory here. Smile 2. Yes, Jax. 4 stars.
Jax agrees.
Absolutely great film. Really was skeptical because I really liked the first Smile. And there's no way they could capture that again because the twist at the end of Smile was, there's just no way. But man, they somehow did it. They did it. Really good acting by the main character. And there was
Completely unhinged.
a ton of camera work that was really well done.
Super clever cinematography.
Super clever. Really liked that one. Definitely a 4-star movie. I also gave 4 stars to Terrifier 3. I think Cubs gave 5 stars to this one.
Sure as fuck did.
Great Christmas movie. Good for the whole family.
Perfect for the whole family. I can't remember what I wrote, but it was something like that.
Yeah, go see it with the whole family. It's great. You probably already know. Terrifier is great. I gave 4 stars to a movie called Humane. I liked this movie. It was a story about it was dystopian future and people had to volunteer to get put to sleep in order to save the atmosphere. I really did like that one. I thought it was very smart and I thought that it was well acted. 4 stars to Alien Romulus. Listen, I loved it. We are huge Alien fans.
Yes.
Huge Alien fans. I understand some of the reviews of this movie where, they were just feeding fanfare. It was a mismatch of like a whole bunch of listen, I don't care.
Spoon feed me that shit because it was good.
Spoon feed me.
It's delicious.
Cute girls in underwear walking around Reeboks. I love it. I thought it was great. Definitely would recommend.
Very tense.
Very tense. 4 stars. Quiet Place Day 1. I think I like this one a little bit more than Hubs. We were really big fans of the first Quiet Place.
The second one was good.
The second one was actually pretty good. I really did feel like this one was on par with a third installment of a movie. I liked it.
Very different.
I thought that it had some different views with I won't spoil anything, but I thought it was really well done. It was tense, fun to watch. 4 stars for I Saw the TV Glow.
Oh. So good.
So good. Unfortunately, the content is very dark.
Yes. It's about not feeling who you are in your skin.
Yes.
And having to pretend like you're someone else.
The way that it's shot is beautiful. It's
good.
Colorful. It's kind of weird. The music is so well placed. I'm surprised I did not give this. You know what? I bet I gave this 5 stars and then I went back after seeing some other movies.
Yeah.
I think that's what happened because I really, really did like this movie. And is that Will Smith's son?
Yeah. Who's great.
He's great.
Yeah.
Love him.
Good.
4 stars for Civil War. We saw this at the beginning of the year. Actually, really, really good film. This was an A24 action film.
Yeah.
They took a risk on it. And I think, for me anyway, it paid off.
It's made by Alex Garland. Mm-hmm. It's not his best film, but it is a story about a Trump future and how there could possibly be another civil war like the one we had in the past.
I think they called it the Western Frontier.
Yeah, there was the Western Front, and I forget what the other one was called.
Yeah. It was really good. Really tense.
It's entirely possible this could happen.
I think that's what made it so impactful was it could be actually like that one day. And it was a little scary. Very fast paced. It kept your attention. Yeah. It was really well acted. You really, really cared about the characters. Kristen Dunst was fantastic.
Yeah.
4 stars for Immaculate. Immaculate. This, we love Sydney Sweeney. She's
so fucking good at acting.
She really is. Now, not only is she super fucking cute, but she can act. Legit act.
And what's funny is Immaculate came out around the same time as The First Omen, and they're the same story.
No, I thought it was another one. Was it The First Omen?
It was the first Omen.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
it's the exact same story.
You see how we came all this way from the first Omen. I thought Immaculate was that much better,
They came out like a week apart.
personally.
Yeah, Immaculate is way better.
That final scene.
Dude, there's a long scene where Sydney Sweeney, there's a lot asked of her.
A lot.
And it's really hard.
One take.
And it's one take, and it's bleak as hell and amazing. Sydney Sweeney crushed.
I actually wrote, although a lot of tropes, Sweeney's devotion to the final scene made it all worth it. I didn't feel like I wasted my time.
No.
Yeah, so that was...
No time wasted. Very good. Watch it.
Watch it. We didn't preface that we like horror movies, but I would think if you made it this far into the video.
Yeah, you've mentioned that.
But if you're new here, hi, welcome.
Welcome.
We like horror movies. Another 4 stars, Dune Part 2. This is a great movie.
So good.
Dune is great. You know, sometimes I think it gets a little above my head, but it's beautiful to watch. And I can't give it any lower than 4 stars just because of how amazing the just surrounding everything
The
is.
cinematography.
It's amazing.
The sets, the coloring.
Yes, the costume,
Beautiful.
everything. It's great. The score with it's just great.
Perfect.
Another 4 stars to Saltburn.
You've probably seen this.
You've probably seen it. It had a lot of hype.
There's a lot of talk going around about a big dick in it, so it's a prosthetic, by the way, guys.
They're all Nosferatu's was a prosthetic. What do you want? Anyway, I gave this one 4 stars because I like offbeat, wild movies, and this one definitely fit in that like weird. I don't know why I like this, but I liked it. 4 stars to this was the first movie we watched of 2024, Killers of the Flower Moon.
Yeah.
Martin Scorsese, I think it was like 4 hours long. Really good. Yeah, Martin Scorsese doesn't make bad movies. He just makes epic long movies.
No.
Oh my gosh. First 4.5 star movie, Kinds of Kindness.
Yeah, I gave it 5.
He loved it. I loved it.
A perfect film. It's weird as hell. It's not for everybody. It's perfect.
Listen, this is that movie. Okay, so when I start to watch a movie and I feel like it's kind of going on the offbeat route, I want it to keep going, and then like I'm just wide-eyed at the screen like, oh my God, this is everything that I wanted. This one was that almost too much. Like that's why I knocked half a star off, because it went so left field from what you were thinking you were going to watch. And I want that to happen. Almost every movie I watch, I want that to happen.
It's directed by the Poor Things director.
Yes.
And it's 3 separate 1-hour films with the same actors
playing different
3 completely different stories with 3 different characters.
Really well done. Really offbeat, wild.
You might hate it. So it might not be for you.
You might hate it. I did not. I loved it.
Ooh.
Ooh. 4.5, Strange Darling.
5 stars for me.
But, you know, again, I saw some 5-star movies and I probably went back.
Perfect.
Before I saw a couple of these other movies, I think Strange Darling was up in the runnings to be the best movie that I had seen in 2024. Really, really good, guys. I'm not going to even give a story to you because if you just go and watch it and be surprised and enjoy the ride. That's all I can say. 4.5 stars for Long Legs.
Again, another amazing film.
Another amazing film.
So good.
I actually did some research after I watched Long Legs about the main character meeting Nicolas Cage in character for the first time, and it was what you're seeing on screen is actually real in real time. Yes. He played the character so well that she was literally terrified.
And that was the first time she saw him in makeup.
Yes, the first time she had met that character.
Shot that scene.
The other shots in that movie are beautiful too. The way that it's framed and
the framing.
Yeah, that's also a neon. Is that neon? A24.
I don't remember.
Fuck. All right. Anyway, I think it was a neon. 4.5 stars for In a Violent Nature.
If you like serial killer movies, you'll love this.
Serial killer movies. This was a really unique look at what the serial killer is seeing behind the scenes.
Yeah, like a Jason.
Like a Jason. It was really fun for us as an audience and a fan of these types of movies anyway, to like when the serial killer is trying to like go for like the teenagers that are in the cabin for the weekend, and you hear them say things like, okay, what we need to do is get the boat and get the knife. And it just sounds so stupid. But when you're watching it from that character's point of view, you're like, yeah, that's a plan. It was great. Some people, I think, didn't really like the kills. They thought some of the kills looked hokey, but I liked
but there
them.
was that one.
There's that one.
If you've seen it, you know the one.
You know the one. Now, we're getting into 5-star movies. I said at the beginning of this does not sort them by any way except for the 5-star rating. So these are all 5 stars. I can't rate one of these higher than the other. They're all fantastic films, in my opinion.
I agree with that.
We're going to start with Nosferatu 2024. What a gothic masterpiece.
Yeah.
Eggers has a way of creating a world that is just absolutely his and
it's always cold and bleak,
unmistakable. He loves the nice gray-blue color grading.
Yeah.
It's just, but what a beautiful love story.
It is a weird love story.
If you are into it, if you're into that type of stuff, the hype is real. Just go see it.
Yeah, it's so good.
5 stars for Maxine, the 3rd installment of the X Pearl Maxine. Really, really good.
Correct. So good.
So good. Mia Goth.
Mia Goth.
Super good.
So good.
She's fantastic. The way that these movies are made, just absolutely great. I love the tie-in through all 3 of them. I think they're just a brilliant story.
Yeah.
And Maxine did not disappoint. This was a rewatch, and I gave it 5 stars because it's Terminator 2 Judgment Day.
Yeah.
Who doesn't like Terminator 2? It's on my top 10 list of movies. It's like, can't. 5 stars to Furiosa, Mad Max saga.
Yeah, that's really good.
Yeah, loved that one.
Anya Taylor-Joy.
Anya Taylor-Joy. Love her, just like Sydney Sweeney. I think that really, really good actress. I thought that one was beautiful to watch. I thought it was fun. All the things that you want in like a fast-paced action movie.
It's a gorgeous film.
Gorgeous film. 5 stars to Spaceman. Yeah. Probably not a lot of people saw this. I think it was on Netflix.
Yeah, it's a weird one.
Adam Sandler is the main character in a way that you would not expect. He's trapped in space by himself. He has a friend up there. That's all I'm going to say. I really like this movie. I love kind of sci-fi space. It's not a horror movie. It's more of a drama, but there is that kind of tense inside feeling about it. Really, really good. Spaceman is one that I don't think a lot of people saw, but if you haven't, I think you should check it out. 5 stars for Late Night with the Devil.
Amazing.
Amazing.
Perfect practical effects. I mean, it is all practical and is amazing.
Perfect practical effects, and I think they really successfully put you in that era.
Oh, yeah.
You felt
100%.
like you were in that audience.
Yeah.
Watching the cheesy, it was very well done. 5 stars to Love Lies Bleeding, another A24 film.
So good. It's on Netflix right now.
So good. It is on Netflix now. We saw it in the theater. Really, really good love story. What's her name from Twilight?
God damn it. Why are we blanking on her name?
Not even. Kristen Stewart. Good God. We really need
We're getting old. Sorry.
Okay. Really good movie.
It's weird.
Gets weird.
Yeah, it's amazing.
A24, just with those offbeat dramas, they're bar none.
Yeah.
Another 5 stars to Poor Things. That
Directed
one
by the same person who did Kinds of Kindness.
with Emma Stone. Emma Stone is she's knocking it out of the park, really. She's taking on these roles that's really developing her into this quirky character.
She crushes.
She always crushes.
You probably already know what it's about, but it's about a woman. What is it?
It's like a Frankenstein almost.
A baby's brain is taken out of
a child and put into an adult woman.
She experiences life from a child all the way to adulthood within the span of 2 hours.
It's wacky.
Wild.
It's wild. It's wacky. I loved it. Okay, my last 2 movies of 2024.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
These are perfect.
These are probably my They tie almost. I know it sounds crazy, but 5 stars and a heart to Lisa Frankenstein. This was a movie that Hubs and I went and saw in the theater. And when we left, we had that overjoyed, we loved what we just saw. We went and had dinner and we talked about just how cute and great it was. It's
a love story.
It's a little love story. It's kind of like a comedy, like a goth girl at school who it was lovely. It was charming and just
it's got a happy ending. It's beautiful.
It's beautiful. It is such a good movie. 5 stars.
And it's hilarious.
It is hilarious. And if you were a goth girl in high school or an alternative man, you definitely can identify with some things. So 100%. there was a nostalgic factor. It's like a Clueless, but for the alternative people.
That works perfectly.
Yes, like it was. And when I think about it, I smile because it was just such a good movie. And that would have been my top pick.
Had it not been
for
The Substance. What a film.
Guys, listen, you probably already know or have seen people talk about it. Even if you landed on this video because you watch movie channels, you already know. 5 stars, all the hearts. This movie was unbelievable. As a woman, I identified with so much of the turmoil that was happening. I was watching Demi Moore naked, and I was like, damn, if I was 60 years old, I wish I looked like that.
Yeah.
And she's in over here like, I look terrible. And I'm like, no, Lord. It was just the way that movie was so smart in the way that it was told. I think the storyline was actually pretty as easy or as simple as it was. I think it was pretty creative.
Everything from the cinematography to the blocking to the lenses used and the cameras all told the story of man objectifying women. And
then the pressures we feel
in Hollywood
because of that.
Watching Dennis Quaid eating shrimp chewing up a shrimp and throwing the piece down. It's like signifying women in Hollywood, how once you're not pretty anymore, you're chewed up and spit out. I mean, the whole film, every aspect of that film is that.
And they did an excellent job.
Yeah. And then the ending goes wild as fuck. I mean, what?
I know. There were people that were like, what the fuck is happening? I totally got it.
Third act is incredible.
I totally got it. That thing spitting out that titty was like, that's what you want to see, isn't it?
Yep.
Guys want to see tits. It was
absolute monster.
Absolute monster.
You'll understand.
It was fantastic. So I would say Lisa Frankenstein and The Substance are tying for my best movies of 2024. Do you have anything to add in your best pick for 2024?
The Substance, Strange Darling, and Kinds of Kindness are my 3 favorite films of the year. I can't put them in an order because they're so different.
Yeah.
But yeah, those are my 3 favorites.
Yeah. Strange Darling is definitely up there too.
Yeah, it's a killer film.
I was going to say, in the 76 movies that we just went by, there was a majority of them were just average, as we had talked about. But I do feel like the 4.5 and 5 star movies we did see this year were really, really good.
Yeah, really.
You know, there was a period of time where, especially during the pandemic, where it was iffy on if film was going to continue to be this amazing art form.
Yeah, there was that strike that fucked everything up for a while.
Yes. And I have to say, if they had these things in the hopper at that time, there are some people that are putting out some really good flicks. I'm so grateful for it. Oops.
Yeah.
I'm so grateful for it because it's something that we love to do.
Indeed.
Indeed.
Yeah, we should make a film.
We want to do an iPhone film, don't we?
Yeah, we could make something.
You know,
we could just do a 10-minute short film.
A writer when I met him.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I used to write short stories.
I don't know if those are for everybody.
They were dark. They were so dark.
Anyway, Anyway, guys, thank you so much for sitting through this long ass video, but this is something that we've been kind of wanting to do for a while. We have also been kind of, ping-ponging the idea of doing a trailer-only channel.
Yeah.
But anyway, if you liked watching us interact together talking about movies, please give this a like. And honestly, this is not normal content for me, but I am branching out this year. So possibly Hubs and I will be talking more about some things. Yeah,
We'll see.
we're doing what we like,
We'll
you know. So yeah, if you could hit that like button, that would be awesome.
Yes.
And then also, cool people subscribe. So if you want to hit that subscribe button, it helps me out.
If you want to see more of this shit,
let me know if this is something that you
we're
like.
silly.
We're silly.
Weird.
We can do deeper dives into films if you want.
Oh yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah, like we're connoisseurs. I need to stop looking in the. I barely looked at the audience this whole time. I kept looking at the thing. Anyway, thank you so much for being here, guys. We love you so much. And if you enjoyed this video, please let us know. Otherwise, we'll see you on the next one.
Peace.
Bye.